No. Right. Really, this is wow. He's not here tonight. Lucky for him, because Warren Banks is going to hear from me. He talked me into this, and he unfortunately is not able to be with us tonight. But I said to him, no, I can't make speeches. It's not, that's all gone. I mean, you're not 16 and 17, and I'm the headmaster, and I'm standing there, and I've got nothing to say that you don't know. I've got nothing new to tell you, because you lived whatever I know. You were there, both in Durban and at the school. But he insisted, so I said, okay, I would come along. Now, I would like just to say, because I'm sorry he's not here tonight, but I was going to start the speech by saying, friends or ladies and gentlemen, I'm just a simple English teacher. Now, some of you will know that there's a gentleman who always prefaces, when he's in public, he's going to make a speech, he says, Mr. Chairman, I'm just a simple engineer. Does that ring a bell with anybody?
Yeah.
Certainly. Yes, that certainly does. I'm just a simple engineer. That's John Rochelle, and I'm very, very sorry, and please, my warmest regards to him.
He sends his special regards to
I
you.
really was hoping he'd be here tonight. When John Rochelle at the board meetings, we had this, 2 judges, and lots of famous people and very successful people on the board, and John would sit there for a long time, not saying anything. And then when his time came, he'd say, well, Mr. Chairman, I'm just a simple engineer, but, and then the but put everything in place. So my regards to your dad, please.
Yeah.
Right, I think when I look back,
Didn't have that in our day.
when I look back on the days at Carmel, they really were for me very, very fulfilling, very happy. I taught there for 6 years, taught English for 6 years, and then I left and went somewhere else for 6 years, and then Mike Kessel was headmaster, and he invited me back to be counsellor and a bit of English teaching as well. And I thought, counsellor sounds good, but I'm not qualified to counsel, so what's going to happen there, Mike? He said, well, we'll send you to England, and you'll do a course there, and then you can counsel the kids. Okay, sounds good to me. I wouldn't mind a sojourn in England, studying to be a counsellor. But Mike was offered Herzliya, the headship of Herzliya School in Cape Town. Couldn't refuse the offer. He went down. The board advertised, of course, for a replacement, and they didn't seem to have much luck. They advertised in England, they advertised, of course, in South Africa, they advertised in Israel, but they didn't seem to be satisfied with the candidates. And they came to me and said, would I act until somebody was appointed? I said, I'd be honored. And that went on for 6 months, and then they came to me and said, would you like the job? Well, I've been in the Jewish community a long time, but, I don't really qualify as headmaster of a Jewish day school. You need to have somebody Jewish. It's very important. I mean, the person's got to be, like somebody, a role model that the kids can look up to in every respect, not just academically or in terms of any other thing, but they need to have somebody who's leading the way. Well, we agree, they said, but we can't find anybody, so will you be headmaster? So I accepted the job, and they were very, very, very happy 10 years. And they were a happy 10 years because of the environment that was created by your parents. An incredible warmth, an incredible commitment to the children. And the first headmaster of Carmel College was Isidore Kahanovitz, who incidentally is 90 and still going strong. And Isidore, because we were a government-aided school, we didn't have inspections from the Department of Education, and he thought this was a bad thing. keep the teachers on their toes. So he got 2 retired inspectors, one in maths and one of the sciences and one in the humanities, to come along to the school every 2 or 3 years. And I had 3 inspections. Mike Kessel continued the tradition, and then I continued it as well. And when they were finished their inspection at the end of the week, they'd come to my office and say, "We can't get over this. These kids are so happy. What is it with the school? Why are they all so happy?" Well, there we are. And parents would come to me and say, "I couldn't wait to bunk school. If I'd make up temperatures, I'd make up belly aches and headaches. My kid's running a temperature and he wants to go to school. What is it about Carmel?" Well, you know that there were complaints there wasn't enough discipline at Carmel. That was the main complaint from the parents. There wasn't enough discipline. Well, I disagree. I think there was as much discipline as was needed. I really do. I don't think there was too little discipline. There's a different kind of discipline, but I don't think there wasn't any. Anyway, the other thing they would say about the school to me, was, "They're all so beautiful." Well, I suppose it's still true. But you have changed so much, of course, that it's been difficult recognizing some of you, I must say. But going back to what made the school special, Isidor Kahanovitz was an exceptional man. He is an exceptional man. I'm not sure that I can. I'll decide as I go along. I won't be too long. How much have I got? 5 minutes?
About 2-3 hours.
As long as you need.
As long as it was.
The thing is that he knew children. He understood children. I'd go to him in the afternoon after school and say, "You know, Isidor, I'm very, very worried. Little Suzanne or little whatever is really worrying me." "Why?" "Well, look, she's not doing this, she's not performing as she should do, she's got her head, I don't know where it is." And I'd say, "Don't worry, she's all right. She'll be fine. Don't worry about Suzanne, she'll come fine." She did. Why he knew it, why I was so worried, he wasn't worried. He knew the kids. He was a fantastic history master. I'm some years younger than, only 8 years younger than Isidor, but I would stand outside the opened window of his classroom and listen to his history lessons. He was a fantastic teacher. And the thing he understood was he brought all that was best of the generosity and the kindness of the Jewish community into the school. He didn't want to change the ethos, you see. And when the parents would come and say, "Yes, but a bit of caning is very good for the boy. The boys need caning, he'd say, "The boys are okay, leave the boys." And this is what he did. And he inculcated this in all the staff. It was something, you came into the school and you were immediately, and often it happened that somebody came from a very strict government school, and I remember a lady who taught science came in and came down when I was head, came into the office one afternoon and said, "I can't do this, I'm going to resign, Mr. Tilarakis." "Why?" "Well, I can't control the kids." I say to them, "Just put their hands up," and they're all talking at the same time. I said, "They're enthusiastic. What do you want them to sit there, not saying anything? They want to answer your questions. Just take them one at a time, try and ignore the noise and, just go say, 'You answer my question.'" She stayed a long time. Only left, in fact, because her husband got a better job in Johannesburg. So he was able to do that. And by the time Mike Kessel came along, he was very happy to take it up. In any case, he was a product of a Jewish day school in Cape Town, where the ethos was very similar, and then I was very happy to take it up from there. But it was the generosity, and of course, your all being here tonight exemplifies exactly that. What are you doing here? The Spirit still lives. It's in you, and it's inspiring. It actually is inspiring that you are here for the same reason. you see, it's an amazing thing, and you're involved in one way or another in helping people, in giving a lift to those people who are having misfortunes, who have got difficulties, and you're there to help them. And this is what your community gave you, your parents gave you, and what the school, I hope, reinforced for you. We can talk about the academics, we can talk about the raw courage that the boys showed on the rugby field, playing against DHS and Glenwood, and with thousands of boys in the school, and here we were, I think, Standard 9 and 10 together had 15 boys. We're going to play DHS. And Mr. Borto would blow his whistle and the boys would come out. It was amazing. And so the school was amazing, and if you remembered it in that light, you're not wrong. I remember it like that. I had 16 years there. Not as bright as you, it took me 16 years to graduate, but I was luckier than you because I had 16 years. And I saw you come through, and the next lot come through, and the next lot come through. So really, I don't think I have anything else to say. Unfortunately, my being in London at the moment is due to my wife's ill health. She's very unwell, and I'm only here because it was a Carmel gathering, and that's why I'm here, and I'm very glad that I was told by Warren Bank to be here. I'm very glad that you invited me, and thank you very much for having me. Thank you.